I'm not sure how long I'll be going for today. It's a bit later than usual than when I start streaming, but I think I've got time to get up at least one set of 7. Maybe more if the draft is really good. No type, no phrase. EQ-less Tauros is still Tauros. The fact that it's invested in special attack doesn't hurt too much. Interesting. I felt like I knew where the draft was going before I saw Mischievous. There's no way we leave Gyarados behind. It's unfortunate this Ninetales is not... Ninetales and Scizor are not the sets we'd be looking for normally. So I quite like Double Intimidate. I don't think I have the lead of it though. I think it makes a lot more sense. The lead of Mischievous. Because it is very bulky. At 31 IV, I think it's quite a clear take. So what am I leaving behind? I'm leaving behind a weak Ninetales of Heatwave, Scizor, and Umbreon, which is not a doubles Pokemon anyway. We're leaving behind Umbreon, Scizor, Ninetales, Gyarados, Mischievous, Tauros, round 8+, open level. Oh, let's go. Jolteon and Salamence. Jolteon's not what I wanted to see, for very obvious reasons. That's really bad. So the Jolteon with special attack investment will definitely see a kill on Gyarados. That's everyone except Jolteon 3. Jolteon 3 will probably see a roll on Gyarados. And Crunch might be going into Mischievous too. Oh, I have to mute for the dog. Yeah, so I think what we got to do is take Gyarados out. Unfortunately, Taurus will take a huge chunk from an invested Thunderbolt. It doesn't faint though. And Taurus, even though it's not invested in speed, it will be faster than most of these Salamence sets, which means what I really want to do is to paralyze this Jolteon. And it could be Jolteon 1, but Jolteon 1 is the least likely. Then obviously after paralysis, not necessarily too far behind. Okay, it's Dragon Claw from Salamence. And actually, we saw Jolteon use Thunder Wave and not Thunderbolt. So that means it must be the one without any investment. Let me see how much damage we took. We took pretty much 100. That's not an invested special attacks. That must be Salamence 1 then. We know the matchup. It would be possible to kill something this turn. I think it makes quite a lot of sense to try and kill Jolteon then. That would be double-edged Shadow Ball, obviously. Could leave paralyzed Jolteon there though. What I'm thinking is the alternative is we do the same thing with Salamence. Just kill it. I'm not sure that Salamence would necessarily faint though, even without the Intimidate drop. I'm not concerned about the Salamence 1 into Gyarados matchup is completely fine, I think. Another option, I guess, is I just paralyze the elements. The problem is that Salamence is faster than Taurus. Really can't switch out because Jolteon could easily target either one of these. I guess the mid ground could be. The thing is, I think I need damage on Jolteon for Gyarados to be able to take it out. But mid ground could be to paralyze elements. and do a smaller amount of chip then. Perhaps like literally even serve. I could also Rock Tomb and then even after paralysis. Jolteon is slower. That's quite appealing. I think I'll do that. Make Jolteon faster, just get speed control back. I think that's the thing that makes sense. So everything is paralyzed, but Jolteon has been also hit by a speed drop. This is harder to decide what to do now. I think I quite like pushing all the pressure onto Jolteon. Could just double edge it. And Mischievous, I guess, can pain split elements. Don't think Mischievous will need to assist after Jolteon was hit by the Rock Tomb. There are still other alternatives. I think we'll lock in the double edge. Just thinking about to do with Mischievous. Quite like confusing elements too. I think that is invested fully in attack. I do quite like that as well. I think we'll do that. Oh, fully paralyzed on Taurus is awful. Really quite far behind now. Consider, do I have to Earthquake my own Taurus here? I think it will survive, but it will not survive any more pressure. I'll be doing almost 50%, I suspect, to it. Jolteon. Jolteon doesn't necessarily Thunderbolt Gyarados though. It's not too risky. It would have to be a fully paralysed Tauros. Or Salamence targets Gyarados. And then Jolteon doesn't Thunder Wave, because right now Thunder Wave is very likely to, unless it sees the kill on T-Bolt. And if I do that, I probably save Tauros. That's a lot safer. Try and preserve Tauros going into whatever the final matchup is. The Tauros just lives that. Porygon 2 last. Could be 1, 2, or 3. And they're very similar. They all run Recover. That makes them a little bit harder to take out. I think they would all target Tauros here, so Tauros isn't really on the field anymore. The question is how much to Frustration will do to Salamence. The question is, another question is, do I even need to take out Salamence? I mean, Salamence is at -2 attack. It's been intimidated twice. The alternative, of course, would be Dragon Dance. Of our the Porygon 2 sets have Thunder Wave, so I don't really like that very much. And Salamence is still confused as well. I think I need to take out the Salamence though. Because I can't reliably take out Porygon 2. It's going to start using Recover. And it's just going to be a 2v1. Okay, or we'll double edge just in case something weird happens and Tauros survives, but I'm not expecting it to. I don't think Frustration will necessarily two-shot Salamence, but it is confused. If it gets a self-hit, we can probably take it out in 2 shots. Yeah. That's not actually more than half damage because the way the HP bar rounding works. Even though it shows as yellow, it's not actually below 50% necessarily. Oh, I think we needed a self-hit there. Got to try and take it out. We saw Tri-Attack from Porygon 2. So it's one off, set 3. We would much rather it was set 3. There's so much less damage set 3 than set 1. Okay, that's set 1. We did get a self hit though, that's really good. Okay, so it's a 1v1. I think Gyarados should win this 1v1. This must be set 1. That was an invested Tri-Attack for sure on Gyarados. So we have obviously. Is there a way to outplay the ability? Just getting randomly hit by a freeze here? I don't think so. But looking at its attacks, there's no overlap in damage. I think I just actually enter a rest loop here until Tri-Attack PP is gone. It's used 3 so far. It used 1 on Tauros and 2 on Gyarados. I've got to survive 7. And I think I might as well start using the rest loop right now. There's no reason to wait, because the reason I'd be doing this is to avoid loss to freeze anyway. Problem is I would still lose to crit. So that'd be 7 chances to crit. I would not put myself as a strong favourite. If I attack now, it's going to recover. Thing is, even at plus, how much have I got? How invested are you again? Yeah, so I have no investment. I'd be too caring with frustration at +1. I can do a single attack, and what that means is that if it crits now, I don't lose. If it freezes now, I can lose though. Because then I'll have 6 PP. That is still just 2 rest loops. Doesn't achieve anything. Yeah, I don't think it makes any sense to attack. So I just have to loop. I have to rest loop it. It's fine. It's only 2 rest loops. You can only win via crit. Oh, it's a bit lucky for it that it used Shadow Ball there. That extends the crit window slightly. It has to Tri-Attack now at least, surely. Okay, let's out at the end of this. It's out of Tri-Attack, but I still want to rest though, I think. Okay, the last attack crit. Lucky that wasn't the Tri-Attack. At this point, we're waiting for the opening. Do a single frustration and then rest. Actually, that did a lot more than I thought. Okay. Just kill it then. Via no phrase. I could definitely take that Celements. It'd be free Intimidate Pokemon. Basically, I can't lose to physical attackers that aren't clear body. I don't think I'm gonna keep. Shadow Ball is Spadef drop in Gen 3. Which is weird. We'll take the upgrade. We'll take Celements 1, I think. Because it's really fast. Double Intimidate off on these two. I'll put in just in case I'm forgetting anything, but I really just want to Earthquake because I think okay, so Rapidash 3 might survive. Magmar 4 would survive Earthquake. And that's it. It would be a roll on Magmar 1. But yeah, I think I just Earthquake and Rock Slide. Very likely that these both faint. That was a defensive Magmar. That was Magmar 4. It's Rapidash 1. Well, I kill Rapidash 1 in one shot with Earthquake. And Victory Bell is probably just going to faint too. Okay, Victory Bell 1 could survive Aerial Ace, but the other two can't. It's probably Victory Bell 3 or 4, but I don't think I care. I'm not taking any of those. No type high risk. I'm not taking anything. Glalie Flygon. Gotta remember this Salamence doesn't run any special attack EVs. But it's not going to be able to Dragon Claw Flygon down. Glalie 2 and 3 are very likely. They're both faster than Gyarados. So do I just try and stop Blizzard from Glalie 3? Flygon 1 is not a problem at all. I could definitely leave Flygon 1 there. I don't want to get hit by... I don't want Salamence to get hit by Dragon Claw. It wouldn't OHKO, but it would do a lot. Unlike, because I'm thinking about if Gyarados can just Dragon Dance here and slightly punished by Glalie 1 and 4, but Glalie 1 probably uses Hail or Protects anyway. I would just leave Salamence open. Salamence is going to faint, isn't it? Could just switch Salamence out. Not sure what to do. Really not sure what to do. It feels correct to try and kill Glalie, because Flygon is quite likely to be physical, and if it's not physical, it's special. And if it's special, it doesn't actually do that much to Gyarados anyway. Yeah, I think it just feels right to go after Glalie instead. Glalie 4 is quite defensive. But the hardest I can hit it anyway is with Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace to do more than Rock Slide and will do more than Dragon Claw. Big crit, we don't know what that was then. And it's a Dragon Claw Flygon that obviously didn't see the kill. It's Milo in the back. Yeah, if that was... that crit was quite important. It was quite likely. Okay, apparently it's Glalie 2 is a bit more likely, but... I mean, Glalie 2 Icy Wind would have been dreadful too. That wouldn't have killed Salamence, but would have done a huge amount. Milo could be Milo 1 or 2. And 4 is also quite likely. Ice Beam will obviously kill Salamence. It's probably going for Salamence then. I can't kill it though. Way too bulky to be killed. So just try and kill Flygon instead then. Maybe Dragon Claw could kill it. No, I think so. Recover. That was really random. I suppose I did do damage to it and it was slower. Okay. And it has 2 chances to roll recover because there's 2 enemy targets. And they could both promote the recovery move. That makes sense actually. We can't kill... I guess the headbutt flinch is nice. Yeah, that's fine. This is double edge range for sure. Water no phrase. Water is a surprisingly bad matchup because so many water types run Ice Beam. And Tauros is low in Spadef. Gyarados is admittedly pretty good into water though. We don't know what the Flygon was exactly, but it's an Earthquake set with attack investment and high speed. So isn't that just better than Salamence? I mean, there's no Intimidate, but I'm already overboard on Intimidate slightly. I think Flygon just better. Whatever it is.